Welcome back, Alpha Tribe. My name is Alva, and this is a safe space, which is why I'm sharing my story with you about my traumatic relationship number 3. This is part 2 of that story, and I'm just gonna hop right into it because you already know that you should be subscribed to my YouTube channel and that you are more than welcome to comment any comments. Hopefully they're not negative, but go ahead and like the video if I entertained you or anything like that, or if you just fuck with me because I'm fuckwittable. You gotta smile through the pain, you know. Anyway, I also forgot to mention that this is a trauma tea and therapy session, so you already know I got my tea in here and I'm having therapy about my trauma. Hopping right into part 2 of the story is when P was financially abusive to me. He was financially abusive because he was like selling trees on the street. So you would think that you're making a lot of money. This is a little kid that used to have like those purple jeans on. Purple, I don't even know if that's the brand. Like, I literally shop on Amazon. Those like really extravagant jeans with a big ass tag that says purple, or like really expensive leather and fur coats, Yeezys out the woo-ha, just name brand stuff, like always big logos, name brand stuff. And if they were real or not, who knows? But the point is that you present yourself to appear like if you get money. So why are you extorting me or exploiting me? No, it's extortion. He would appear to have a lot of money, but then would like ask me for money. So my dumbass would be like, yeah, I got you because I'm a ride or die, blah blah blah. So it's like the winter time, right before the pandemic officially hits, and I gave him like $200 one time, $200 or $300 one time, because he just asked me for it. So I was like, you know what, I'm working, I got this, here you go, boom. Gave him the money. Then there was another time where he was asking me to buy him a phone because his phone broke or he kept losing it, or like, you know, scammers and drug dealers always need a new phone. So I ended up putting a phone on my plan for him, paying the phone myself, paying the bill myself. Like, he never gave me money for the phone. That was another form of abuse because the agreement was that he was going to pay for everything just to put it on my bill so that it wouldn't be like a prepaid phone. I fell for that trap. Never again. Another time was for his birthday the following year. So this is like 2 days after my birthday, first year of the pandemic. He wanted like a gold chain, and because he saw some other girl get her boyfriend a gold chain, so he wanted like a really big Cuban link, and my idiot self was like, I got you. So I went, and first of all, chain, like, I don't make that type of money. Like, I don't wear jewelry. I don't wear big, expensive, flashy jewelry. Like, my jewelry could be real, but it's not gonna be big and flashy. That shit is mad fucking expensive. That's thousands of dollars that I don't have, and I'm not, now I know that I'm not gonna spend on you. Nonetheless, I bought him this little chain, and he didn't like it. He said it was too small and gave it back to me. So I ended up, I'm gonna keep this chain. Like, I haven't even bought myself a nice little chain, so I'll appreciate it because I put in mad hard work to save up for that chain. That was another time where he like financially abused me because it was kind of forced, even though at the end of the day he didn't take it and I like didn't really lose that money. This is where I'm getting into like personal stuff, so bear with me. And yeah, we would smoke in the street, in buildings around the neighborhood, in the middle of the street if it wasn't too cold. And then we would also rent out like hotel rooms, tellies, you know, we would rent out tellies and like smoke like 3/8, like killing my lungs, bro. And that's how we would spend our time together, and it would be like once or twice a month. So we weren't even really doing anything productive in the time that we were together. And I paid for 95% of those tellies. Like, he paid for a couple of them, like less than a handful, because again, we weren't there a lot. But these are like $100+ nights that I'm spending just to be with you in silence, because, or like listening to music off your phone, it just wasn't productive. Like, and I dropped everything for this man. Like, I lost friends over him because my friends saw that he was like being abusive to me and I wasn't really listening. I was like, I don't care, like, he keeps me company, he lights me up, whatever. I was really giving, I'ma stick beside him. Stick beside what? Stick beside what? There is nothing to stick beside, and I was over here stuck like glue. That shit's crazy. Financial, we already went over verbal, then we're going over financial. This story is gonna be short because I really can't go into it. Like, it's not that I'm not ready to talk about it, it's just very embarrassing for me because I know now that I would never let myself go through something like this. The minute I see a red flag, I'm running the other fucking way. This is my 3rd time going through a relationship this severe, and it had to get to the level that it got to for me to learn that I don't deserve to be in that situation. So the financial abuse, all of that stuff happened. Now the pandemic happened. I'm putting myself at risk health-wise to be out in the street with this person, leaving my house every day, kind of imposing on him and his business or whatever for no reason, because he would be the type to show signs of like not really caring about me, but then also be extremely possessive over me and like always ask where I am and what I'm doing and stuff like that. So it got to the point where I used to get very drunk. The environment that it is to trap on the street is that like a couple of people have different jobs and they all rotate those jobs. So, you know, you could look out for the police over here, you could actually be studying over here, you could be recommending over here, different things. So I got to know the crew, and that was another mistake that I made. I got to know the crew, and I would like get friendly with them, not friendly in an inappropriate way that's disrespectful to a relationship, but friendly like I would stand there and talk to you or bring you food or like offer you or like lay you up and stuff like that, which like I said, I would never, not today. But I did these things and I'm not proud of them, but they taught me what I know. So without explaining myself any further, there was a point where, trigger warning, he put his hands on me, and he just pushed me the first time, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So I was like, let me get my phone back, because first of all, you're not replying to me, you're not paying me for the phone, let me get my phone back. So he took the phone in the middle of the street and threw it up in the air, dumb high, and let it smash. And then he grabbed it and then he started slamming it on the floor, and then he threw it like in front of a car so a car would go over it. And I literally had to file a claim on the phone, pay the deductible, get a new phone, and pay the phone off by myself. That was traumatizing for me because I was just like, holy fuck, this man is crazy. Like, he could have just not given me the phone back or given me the phone back, but then when somebody just brings a little bit of violence and aggression into it, you like double look. But I like looked back and I was like, damn, he really needed a phone. Whatever, not whatever, but moving on. The second time he put his hands on me was a little bit later, like a little bit after that. I can't tell you exactly how many days or weeks it was after that, but it was already like the springtime. So this is after the chain, after the phone and everything. And he like grabbed me by my neck and slammed me into a car, like into like the hood of a car, because again, we're both mad short. I'm only 4'11", he was like 5'1". Slammed me into the car. I deadass don't remember why that situation happened, but I know that it wasn't anything severe. Like, we didn't do anything crazy to each other. You see? Like, that's crazy. That's literally crazy, and I hope nobody ever has to go through that. But like, he put me into the car, and I just remember crying and literally leaving. I literally left the block, and I was like, I can't believe that he just did that. And that's when I started having the thoughts of like, oh, this is what I said that I would never deal with, because I should not have to. So that's a little bit of physical abuse, physical violence, or like domestic violence. There was a little bit of sexual abuse in there, just because of like manipulation and coercion, which obviously I'm not going to go too much into detail with, but I do want to note that it happened. Like, that was part of what kept him in the relationship, which is super embarrassing to say now, but shit happens, like I said. Last thing that happened was trigger warning. Trigger warning. If you're sensitive, just click out now. But if you really want to get to know me, stay. He beat the shit out of me. He beat the shit out of me. Beat the shit out of me one day because we were both really, really, really drunk. And it was August of the first year of the pandemic, August 2020. So that's when it ended. Luckily, part of me, like a good half of me, was the person that I am today. So I could say that I am like proud or pleased with that much. Half of me would have stayed if it wasn't for people telling me, like, look at yourself, look at what's happening to you, like, this is unacceptable, you can't keep going through this, you know, like, you shouldn't be treated like that by anybody. Half of me had to hear that. The other half of me was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, the other half of me filed a police report, put in a restraining order, blocked him off of everything. I was able to oddly enough, I was able to meet with him two more times. So one was with both of our parents. I was able to basically tell on his little 19-year-old ass, tell his mom, your son beat the shit out of me, your son physically abused me, and in front of my mom, and be like, this is the family who's responsible for the bruises that I have and the pain that I was caused. Didn't really get much out of that because honestly, parents know when their kid is like that, especially like nowadays. It's very obvious. So she was acting like if she was so embarrassed and stuff. I really don't think she was, because at the end of the day, you raised this person. Maybe they have a different story, I don't give a fuck. You raised this person, so you're responsible too. For this 19-year-old little kid that just came from DR and thinks it's okay to beat on women, like, come on. So there was that. And then the second time I met up with him was to get some money, because he was so like desperate and trying to keep me that I pretended that I still wanted it, which is a very dangerous situation and I don't recommend to anybody. But he ended up telling me, like, you know, I want to try and I'm gonna be better and I'm gonna be nicer. I wasn't listening to any of that shit. I was just like, okay. So he could give me my money back for the phone. He gave me like $300 back out of the thousands of dollars that I had spent on him over the time. You know, because I would like buy him food, and at the end of the day, I ended up buying him his own weed, which is so fucking stupid. Like, that's literally your job. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys literally next week. Stay tuned, because it's coming, okay? I'm sorry if you were triggered by anything that I've said. I'm really sorry if you're triggered by anything that I'm gonna say. I just feel like it's important to share these type of stories because more people can relate than you think. Men can be abused the same way women can be abused. It's crazy out here. But I love you guys and thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.